Hi, Chef Robert from the Willow Room. Hope everybody's New Year was good in the holidays. Along with New Year's, there's a lot of resolutions to eat healthy, so today we're going to make a very healthy dish, but very flavorful. It's a Mexican chicken casserole. So the first thing we want to do is we have a red pepper and a yellow pepper, and we're going to dice these. The way I like to take the sides off of pepper is just cut down like that. That leaves you that. Then we want to take the ribs out of these, which is that white part. Here's our red. Same with the yellow. Okay, now what we're going to do with these is just medium dice them. About like that, it's good. Okay, so there's our peppers. I'm going to set these off to the side. And next, one medium onion. I've cut the opposite of the root end off. I'm going to take the skin off. Done this many times in our recipes, but we're going to put slits. We want these small dice, so my cuts across here are going to be somewhat close together. Then our vertical cuts are going to be close together also. And we're just going to slice down. Small diced onion. We're going to set this off to the side. Okay, I'm going to start the chicken rolling here. I have a non-stick frying pan. I'm going to generously coat that with a non-stick spray. Ham is good. We're going to put this on, get it going with medium heat. I have a pound of chicken breast here. I'm going to split this. When you buy this in the store, trim all the fat off of it. If you buy a boneless, skinless chicken breast, inevitably there is still a little bit of fat here and there on it. But I'm going to cut this into strips. And we're going to dice it. Okay, there's our chicken. We're going to set that aside. And we're going to get a new cutting board. Anytime you cut chicken or meats, you want to clean your cutting board so you don't have cross-contamination. Be right back. Okay, we have our chicken. I'm going to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Just mix that around in there. Our frying pan is hot. We're going to add this to the pan. And we're going to let that saute. While that's going, we're going to get some fresh oregano. I got this at Giant Eagle. It's in the fresh herb section. What you want to do is just take it and pull these leaves off. And we need 1 tablespoon. I already peeled some off. And we needed 1 tablespoon. And there we have 1 tablespoon. Put that, reserve that, and that'll be going in later. Alright, I have 4 cloves of garlic here. We need to get this all diced up. These are already peeled. See, our chicken's getting a nice golden brown. Turn that down a little bit actually. Keep chopping garlic. Our garlic's all chopped now. I'm going to reserve that to the side here. And next, we'll take some cilantro. This is cilantro, fresh cilantro. You can get this Giant Eagle, but same as the oregano, you just want to peel the leaves off. You don't want the stem. I've already done that. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup, so once you pull the leaves out, you just want to measure 1/2 cup loosely. It doesn't have to be packed tightly in there. But it's the same thing. I'm just going to chop this up. Okay, there you have it. Our parsnip. Cilantro's chopped. Cilantro is also known as Chinese parsley. It's used in a lot of Thai cooking and Mexican cooking. So we're going to set this off to the side. Alright, now what we're going to do next is we have our chicken. We're going to add our peppers, onion, our garlic, oregano. Give this another squirt here, non-stick spray. I'm going to saute that. To this I'm going to add a teaspoon of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of cumin. I'm going to give that a toss. Okay, what we need is tomatoes. I've already peeled these. If you recall the recipe from, I believe it was August or something, or maybe September, when we did the fresh tomato sauce. If you want to reference that, you can see how we actually did this, but it's real easy. You bring some water to boil, take the tomato, pour it, slice an X into the bottom of it, put it in the boiling water for a minute or 2, pull it out and put it in an ice bath, some water with ice. That'll pop the skin, then you take the skin off. Just like the fresh tomato recipe, you want to take the seeds out of this. We're going to dice this. Pretty much a large dice is good for this. You don't want it to all cook up into nothing. And our next step is to add this into our saute pan. This needs to go about 3 minutes more than we'll add the tomatoes. Okay, it's time to add the tomatoes. Put these into our saute pan. This we're going to add 1/4 cup of water. Stir it up. And this is going to simmer for 5 more minutes. We'll simmer for another 5 minutes. What I have here is pinto beans. There's all different brands. This happens to be Bush's. I drained the juice and liquid out of them. We're going to add this to the saute pan. Next, this is golden hominy. It's corn with the germ removed. which is basically the husk and a little bit of the bottom part of it. Although it's corn, it has a different kind of texture than if you open a bag of corn or open a can of corn. If you've ever heard of hominy grits, it's this that they've ground very fine, and it's real big in Native American food, Southern food. But 1 can of hominy. You can find this at Giant Eagle Shopping Center. I've cooked some rice, so before you start this recipe, if you look at it, it calls for 1.5 cups of rice. This is just parboiled white rice. You use brown, actually any kind of rice you like. But what we're going to do is we need 2 ounces, which is 1/4 cup of sour cream. I'm going to throw our chopped cilantro we have into here. And I'm going to mix this. Okay, I have a 9 by 13 baking pan. I'm going to spray hand release on it. Set this to the side. I'm going to take everything we have in the saute pan. I have a lime. I'm going to roll the lime. Freeze up the juice. Squeeze that lime in there. We're going to add our rice, and we're going to mix. Okay, mix pretty well into our pan. And we're going to bake this at 300 in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. Going to cover it with foil. And then when this comes out after 20 to 30 minutes, it should be a little bubbling around the edges. We're going to put 1/2 cup of low-fat cheddar cheese on top and stick it back in just till the cheese melts. And pull it out. It's ready to go. Okay, this is what our finished product looks like. Cheese is melted. We take, this serves 4, so just want to divide it. It's a pretty generous serving for calories and the fat that's involved in this. It's very filling. Lime here. Fresh lime. I just sliced that, put a little slice in the side. Do that for garnish. And if you have a little cilantro left over, a little cilantro on top. And that's it. That's our Mexican chicken casserole. So, till next time, eat well. Thanks.